Hey Pisces, I'm tuning in for a reading today. Let's go ahead and see what messages Spirit has for you today. As I was meditating on the energy for your reading, I kept getting a message from Spirit that the most important part right now, or the biggest priority right now, because we are in the month of September, September is a month of harvest. When you are aligned with the seasons, this is a month for harvest and big expansion and abundance coming in. So the message that I was getting, Pisces, is that the most important part, or the biggest priority, is to make sure that your cup is full. So if you're having to do something on a daily basis or pull your energy back from certain people, places, or things, whether it's a constant routine that you have to do on a day-to-day basis, whether you constantly have to pour into yourself or nourish yourself, make sure to keep your cup full throughout this month of September. This is the month of harvest. This is the month of expansion and also abundance. But if you're pouring from an empty cup, it can create an imbalance to where your energy is now going to the imbalance versus the expansion, versus the growth or the abundance that's coming in this harvest season. That's the main energy coming in. Let's go ahead and pull some messages and see what Spirit has to say. Holy Spirit, what is it that Pisces needs to know at this time? What is it that Pisces needs to know at this time, Holy Spirit? What are your messages for Pisces? Okay, your first one is wisdom, alone time, some of you may recharge when you are alone, and for others of you, you gain some kind of nourishment through wisdom, whether you are reading the scriptures, whether you're connecting to your higher self, whether you're connecting with God, the universe, the angels, whatever it is that you believe in. Some of you get your nourishment from the wisdom, and others of you through alone time. So you may want to really prioritize yourself at this time, even if other people may think that it's selfish. At the bottom of the deck, we have invested in you. You need to invest into yourself for other people to also invest into you. If you've been pouring onto others, if you've been the one that is nourishing others, if you've been the go-to person, it's time for the script to flip. It's time for it to be reversed. You are now in receiver mode, is what I'm getting here. And for the ones of you that do resonate with this reading, this is the month of harvest. So in order to receive a blessing, in order to receive a harvest, you have to be in receiver mode. You can't be doing or giving when it's time to receive. So that's what I'm getting here. It's time for you, Pisces, whatever that means for you. If you've been putting other people first, if you've been neglecting your own needs, if you've been doing the most for other people. Okay, and WTF, Pisces, some of you have a shocking surprise coming in this month, and I'm getting this is a positive surprise. It's coming out with the blessed card. Spirit is preparing you for something, and I've been getting that message over and over again. In personal readings and readings that I've been doing for YouTube, there is some kind of preparation energy. So I don't know who resonates with this timeline, but it is an energy of preparation. There's been a lot of energy building up behind the scenes. And some of you Pisces, you may feel a sense of urgency. You may feel a lot of energy. You may not know exactly what's happening or how it's going to happen, but you can feel something big. And it has to do with harvest season. So wisdom, alone time, WTF, you got a good surprise coming your way. Blessed. Pisces, there's something here about getting out of your head and into your body so that you can perceive the changes and the blessings around you. I'm getting here that some of you have officially entered a new paradigm. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What are your messages for Pisces? And what do you want Pisces to know at this time? What does Pisces need to know at this time, Holy Spirit? Okay, congratulations. Hot and cold. ROI. Your return of investment is finally going to pay off. This is why congratulations is here. With hot and cold energy, what I'm getting here, Pisces, is that right now you're being tested in how well you can keep your balance with all the changes and all the new energies coming into your life. Because WTF, I'm getting this is a good surprise. This is a good shock. But there's something here about being ready. When preparation meets opportunity, that is when luck happens. And Spirit has been preparing you for this moment. This is why there is a need to ground yourself into your body, do more physical things to move the energy. whether it's moving things around, moving the furniture around, getting rid of some things, whether it's moving your body, whatever it is that you have to do to create movement in your life to release any stuck energy, that is how you're going to make space for this blessing. So hot and cold, your ability to maintain a balance or your ability to stay grounded when there's a lot of changes or a lot of opposite energies around you is what's going to be tested. So with wisdom and alone time, this is what you may need to do to pull your energy back from the world, to recalibrate and to come to a place of balance. Because your return of investment is coming in. This is why you have congratulations and blessed. This is a good blessing, but there's something here about balance. Because if you're not balanced when this blessing comes in, all your energy is going to go towards needing to balance something or needing to get something into alignment. This is why Spirit wants you to be ready before this opportunity comes in. Clarify hot and cold for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know about hot and cold? What do you want Pisces to know? We have the King of Wands and the Empress in the reverse. Card number 3. There's something here about masculine energy and feminine energy not seeing eye to eye or not being balanced. Some of you Pisces, you may feel stronger in one energy over the other. Some of you are more dominant in your masculine energy, and others of you are needing to tune into your feminine energy to bring it back into balance. This is the card of abundance. This is the card of wealth. This is the card of creation. So with the King of Wands, there may be an action here that you're being guided to take, but the Empress is in the reverse. Some of you may have an imbalance when it comes to your feminine energy. And this is why there's some kind of push and pull. There's something here that is out of alignment. Your masculine energy and your feminine are not working together, or they're not in alignment at this time, because the King of Wands is in the upright. There's something here about needing to take some kind of action or initiate something. Why is the Empress in the reverse, Holy Spirit? Why is the Empress in the reverse? And the Empress is nurturing energy. That does talk about self-love, pouring into yourself, and that was the first message. The biggest priority or the most important thing at this time with the Empress in the reverse is to make sure that your cup is full, so that your energy, your attention doesn't go to trying to balance something or trying to pour into yourself. There's something here about being ready when the opportunity arrives and not having to figure something out, not having to balance something out or come into alignment. Spirit wants you to be ready. So the Empress in the reverse. Yeah, this has to do with you filling up your own cup, and it's in the reverse. Some of you may be prioritizing certain tasks or things that you have to do over nourishing and pouring into yourself. Yeah, the Empress in the reverse. There's some kind of imbalance in your feminine energy, whether you consider yourself masculine or feminine. Everybody has both energies. And the masculine is showing up very healthy, King of Wands in the upright, but the feminine is needing help with the Empress in the reverse. Wisdom, alone time, and ROI. Your return of investment is coming in because you've put in the work. But in order to receive it, you have to be ready. Holy Spirit, why is the Empress in the reverse for Pisces? What do you want Pisces to know about the Empress in the reverse? Okay, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. There's some kind of past energy that is affecting your feminine energy. Some of you may not feel safe in your feminine. Okay, Eight of Cups. There's a need to walk away from old beliefs or old habits that are no longer serving you. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So some of you Pisces, you are impatient or you're ready for something to happen. You're ready for something to finally come through. But with the Six of Cups and the Eight of Cups, I'm getting here that your feminine energy needs to come into balance. Because with hot and cold, you may be experiencing a lot of opposite energies or a lot of resistance or push and pull. And as soon as you get this Empress back into the upright, you're going to bring this balance into your life. So Eight of Cups, Six of Cups, there's some kind of past energies that are getting in the way of your feminine energy. So Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Giving up too early, impatience, losing faith, not following through, frustration with rewards. You're almost there. You've been doing the work. Your wildly successful roots are growing. You may not see the fruits of your labor yet. Know that they exist and that any lack you're feeling is simply residual energy that is being worked through. It's time to fall into faith and pause and give thanks. Realize that you are the living, breathing result of all of your memories, hopes, and hard work. Keep going. This moment gives you a divine interlude to revisit your purpose and direction. Your arrival is possible only after you pinpoint the destination. Has your journey shifted so much that what you originally germinated is not the thing that you desire to harvest? What needs to change to satisfy your deepest intentions? If you're feeling any frustration or lack of progress, remember, giant dreams are not built in a day. Take a moment to breathe and reflect, as these profound sacred breaths can reinvigorate and realign. Your affirmation is, as I give thanks for what it is I'm about to harvest, I know that my life is headed in the right direction. So Spirit wants you to know that you are on the right path. But there's something here about getting your feminine energy into alignment for you to be in receiver mode. The Empress receives. The Emperor builds. He does. That's masculine energy. The Empress receives. So Spirit wants you to be ready for this blessing. Your return of investment is coming in. Congratulations, you're blessed. But WTF, some of you Pisces, it may shock you how it comes in or when it comes in. You may not expect it. 7 of Pentacles and the Empress being card number 3. Some of you thought that this was going to happen before, maybe a couple months before or a couple weeks before, and this is why there's the impatience or there's some kind of frustration here with timing or not understanding timing. But the Empress in the reverse is saying that this is not about timing, this is about your alignment. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Why is this Empress in the reverse for Pisces? What do you want Pisces to know about the Empress in the reverse? What do you want Pisces to know about the Empress in the reverse? 6 of Swords in the reverse. There is a need here for a change or some kind of transition. And whatever this is, Pisces, it's not easy because the 6 of Swords in the reverse can talk about not allowing yourself to be helped or not receiving someone else's help, trying to do everything yourself. And it is a card of transition. It is a card of movement, but it can also talk about being afraid to let go of the past or thinking that you've let go of the past while you're still holding on. So this card in the reverse, there's some kind of challenge or resistance with a transition. In the upright, you are transitioning successfully, but in the reverse, there's some kind of resistance. 6 of Swords and the Empress in the reverse. Tell me more. Why is the Empress in the reverse, Holy Spirit? Why is the Empress in the reverse? 2 of Cups. 7 of Cups in the reverse. 5 of Cups in the reverse. And finally, the Queen of Wands in the upright. This is a very good sign because some way, somehow, you are getting things into alignment. We have the King and the Queen of Wands, hot and cold. You are bringing an energy that was out of alignment or that was opposing each other or creating some kind of resistance. And now it's merging, now it's working together. So King of Wands, Queen of Wands, but first there is a need to address the emotions, 2 of Cups, and bring some kind of harmony because the 6 of Swords in the reverse, there is a challenge here or some kind of resistance with either letting something go or transitioning into something. It's going to be different things for different people, but the 6 of Swords talks about letting go and moving on. So 2 of Cups, 5 of Cups, and the 7 of Cups in the reverse. Pisces, there's some kind of emotions here that are acting as a blockage. I don't know what this is, but it is connected to the past. Only you're gonna know what this is because water emotions can put out the fire. Whatever kind of passion, curiosity, or creative energy you have can be put out by heavy emotions from the past. So if you feel like something is blocking your creativity or your passion or your flow, there is a need to address the emotions, okay? Because this is connected to your past. So 6 of Swords in the reverse. There is some kind of resistance or a need to hold on to something, whether consciously or subconsciously. There's some kind of transition that needs to happen here. 6 of Swords in the reverse. Difficulties accepting help, resistance to change, arduous transitions, carrying baggage and weight from your past. Again, this is connected to the past emotions. The 7 of Cups in the reverse and the 5 of Cups in the reverse. So if you feel, Pisces, like something is getting in the way, whether you want to take action or you want to set something into motion, but there is some kind of resistance or blockage, it is coming from past emotions. This water is putting out your fire. Again, we have the King and the Queen of Wands. These are very fiery, passionate energies, but they're being put out or put down by past heavy emotions. So this needs to be cleared for the Six of Swords to come into the upright and to fully move forward. So Six of Swords in the reverse. You are moving through a period of realignment, and things can feel turbulent during these times of transition. Trust that a better future awaits you on the other side of this change. Maybe you're going through a rite of passage or an intense spiritual transformation. These experiences are profoundly personal, and you may feel alone right now. Even when it is difficult to accept assistance from others, remain open to receiving help from the most unexpected of places. Allow the gentle support of the universe to move you through this ocean of evolution and lean towards silver linings on the horizon. More sunshine, yes please. Sometimes we find ourselves adrift because we think we're ready to move on, but our heart is still anchored to the past. What old chapter needs to be closed? Chase guidance in the form of renewed hope and get ready to explore fresh beginnings on the opposite side of shore. Your affirmation is, I accept help as I easily cross this transition. Something here doesn't have to be hard, is what I'm getting, but there's some kind of emotions that are weighing on you that are heavy. And you may think that you've already cut cords or that you already released this, but these heavy emotions are still present. Okay, they're showing up in the tarot. The tarot wouldn't pull these cards if the energy wasn't present. So whatever you need to address emotionally, Pisces, right now is the time, because it's getting in the way of your fire, it's getting in the way of your creativity, your passion, and your lust for life. King of Wands, Queen of Wands, this is a strong power couple, and it's both your feminine and masculine energies. Whatever these heavy emotions are, they're getting in the way of your fire, of your passion, of your motivation. This needs to be cleared so that something here can come into balance so that you're ready to receive something. Spirit is saying this is not about time. It's not about waiting for more time to pass by. That's not what this is about. It's about alignment. Because if you receive a blessing when you're not in alignment, you can sabotage it. You can be out of balance to where a lot of challenges or obstacles or resistance can come in. And Spirit is ready to bless you, but there's some kind of alignment here that has to take place. And whatever these emotions are, Pisces, they are connected to your past. This is not something that you're currently going through. It may feel like it, but these are old emotions. Empress in the reverse. Emotional overwhelm, shutting down, the need for self-care, disharmony, negligence, being materialistic, being overprotective of your creations, being overly dependent on others. You are entering a time of profound healing and blessings, and if you're feeling any lack of inspiration or possibilities, seek to heal your physical temple and to nourish your soul by embodying her shining creative essence. Continue to move calmly and gracefully in the direction of that which whispers yes. This card often affirms that you are on the right track, so keep growing, beautiful seer. Work with the nature of your situation instead of against it. Your affirmation is, I am ready to give birth to my abundantly rich future. This is the energy that needs to come into balance. This is what Spirit is waiting on. So it's not a matter of timing, is what I'm getting here. It's a matter of alignment. So as soon as this Empress energy comes back into the upright, something here is going to set into motion. So congratulations in WTF. You're going to be shocked in how this happens. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Clarify blessed. What do you want Pisces to know about blessed? King of Cups in the reverse. Four of Cups in the upright, and the Moon energy. With the Four of Cups and the King of Cups in the reverse and the Moon energy, some of you are not seeing your blessings because of some kind of apathy or some kind of perception here. There's an energy here of the glass being half empty, because the Four of Cups can talk about apathy, boredom, a lack of satisfaction. It can talk about stuck energy or stuck emotions. In the King of Cups in the reverse, these are emotions that are not served. For some of you Pisces, you're either not seeing your blessings or you're not recognizing the opportunities because of a perception or an attitude or a way of feeling. Because Four of Cups, King of Cups, this is water, this is emotions and feelings, and the Moon is the unknown, but the perception or the emotions that you're experiencing, they're not necessarily in alignment with the truth. It's almost like viewing everything like a glass half empty, Or instead of having rose-colored glasses on, you have black and white glasses or gray glasses. Whatever this energy is, it's very unfulfilling, or there's a feeling here of apathy or boredom or nonchalantness, not being impressed. King of Cups in the reverse. These emotions are not the truth, okay? These emotions are not balanced. And this is why the moon is here. You are navigating the unknown, but there's some emotions here that don't serve you that need to be released. 5 of Cups, 7 of Cups in the reverse. Holy Spirit, give me a few more messages for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know at this time in regards to this reading? What are your messages for Pisces, Holy Spirit? Black cat energy. Space. Overindulging. They love your vibe. And intimidated. Pisces, there's something here about bringing your feminine energy back into balance. With Black Cat energy, it goes back to the initial message of pulling your energy back, calling your power back to you, and not overgiving, not overdoing for everyone, and maybe even indulging in self-care and self-love. Whatever it is that you have to do to nourish yourself or pour back into yourself, right now is the time to ensure that you have a full cup. So take some alone time, take some space, and overindulge in some self-care. Pour back into yourself, Pisces. You may think that this is a reward, or you may think that this is some kind of special occasion, but Spirit is saying this is a necessity. This is a priority to pour into yourself, to give back to yourself. And yes, Black Cat energy allows you to pull back your energy, pull back your power without feeling guilty or without feeling the need to overgive. Yeah, it's time for you, Pisces. Intimidated and they love your vibe. Someone here recognizes that you're no longer showing up the same way. You're no longer giving like you used to give. And they miss your vibe. They miss what you used to do or how you used to make them feel. But with intimidated, you're now doing that for yourself. You're now pouring that energy back into self, and it's helping you grow and become stronger in who you are. So with hot and cold, there's some kind of resistance here to you pouring into yourself, to you loving yourself or putting yourself first. Because some people used to receive this energy, and now that energy is going back to you. Yeah, they don't like it. It's your turn is what I'm getting here. 4 of Cups. If you are finding yourself bored, unsatisfied, or frustrated with your current situation, know that you're likely missing the vibrant landscapes that are presented just beyond the peripheral vision. Often, we become so focused on our own internal perspectives that our feelings about a situation can prevent us from noticing the arrival of extraordinary opportunities and remarkable things. If you remain open to shifting ever so slightly in order to see your situation in a fantastic new light, you will learn that the present moment is filled with the most dynamic magic. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you do. Even better, spend energy focusing your thoughts on the experiences that you will create in the future. Taking time to meditate and slow your mind will show you that life is better than it seems. It's up to you to shift into the abundance available to you right now. The affirmation is, I see the fullness and richness in my life. Pisces, there's something here that Spirit wants you to wake up to recognize, because you are being blessed. Blessings are coming in, but with the Empress in the reverse, there's almost a need here to do or to keep doing or to keep giving, when in reality, you should be receiving. And with overindulging, I'm not getting this as a negative thing. You may need to overindulge in your self-care, in your self-love, whatever it is that you do to nourish yourself or pour into yourself. This is what Spirit wants you to overindulge in, because you've been doing a lot and it's created an imbalance. With the 6 of Swords in the reverse, there's still things that need to be released. You may think that you have let this go, that you've moved on, but the 6 of Swords in the reverse, with the 5 of Cups in the reverse and the 7 of Cups in the reverse, whether consciously or subconsciously, there's something here that you haven't released that is weighing you down emotionally. Again, the water is putting out the fire. King of Wands, Queen of Wands. It is the water, the heavy emotions of the past that are creating some kind of obstacle or blockage when it comes to your passion, your creativity, your curiosity, your life force. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Give me a few more cards for the 4 of Cups. What do you want Pisces to know about this 4 of Cups energy? It doesn't really feel like disappointment. Okay, this Four of Cups feels more like apathy. It feels like the cup is half empty. Maybe even some kind of scarcity mindset, but the Four of Cups, she doesn't even realize how beautiful everything is around her, how beautiful the landscape is. As you can see here, she's being offered opportunities, she's being given something, but she doesn't even realize it. So with this Four of Cups, it's not the energy of disappointment, it is the energy of apathy is what I'm getting here. So you have lucky, have new money. Yeah, this is the month of harvest. This is September. This is month number 9, and a lot of things are wrapping up. A lot of things are coming into a conclusion. However, they're being replaced by blessings. They're being replaced by more abundance and expansion, and that is Empress energy. If you don't have the ability to receive something, you're not going to recognize the blessings, and you're going to think that you have to do more, that you have to work harder in order to feel worthy or in order to earn something. And Spirit is saying, Pisces, congratulations, blessed, you already earned it. There's no more need to do. There's no more need to exert yourself. They're already here. There's only a need to shift into your healed divine feminine energy. And right now it's in the reverse. So with King, this talks about your masculine energy. So lucky, new money, and King. There's something here, Pisces, to where you may feel a lot more at ease, or it may feel a lot more natural to you to stay in your masculine energy, but it is creating an imbalance at this time. So there's a need to let go of something in order to move into this new chapter. However, in order to receive your blessings, the Empress needs to come back into the upright. King energy, new money, and lucky. Pisces, some of you have opportunities knocking at your door, but there's something here about either not recognizing it, not seeing it, or waiting for something else, okay? Because she's looking the other way. It's almost like she doesn't even see it, or she doesn't care that it's there. What is this Four of Cups for Pisces, Holy Spirit? Please clarify. What is this Four of Cups for Pisces? Tell me more. This may be a mindset or an attitude, or it may be the way that you've been perceiving life. Okay, so we have the World in the reverse. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Haven't let go of a chapter that's already closed, that's already ended, because the Ace of Cups is in the reverse. There was some kind of a false start here that you didn't receive closure, or you didn't understand why something happened. And because you haven't turned the page emotionally, you can't recognize the blessings around you. Or maybe you do, but your energy is still going to the past. The World and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Give me one more card for the Four of Cups. Please clarify. The Hermit. Yeah, it goes back to the same message. Alone time, space, and the Hermit. For some of you, it's just going to take more time, or it's going to take some kind of introspection so that you can integrate the lessons, so that you can give yourself closure, so that you can find the light in whatever it is that you've been through. So this is also card number 9, I just noticed. So Hermit is card number 9. This is the month number 9, September. Yeah, whatever this is, Pisces, it is meant to be cleared in this month. The blessings are already here. It's not that you're waiting for something to come in, they're already here. It's only a matter of shifting your perception or your energy around it, okay? This is the energy of seeing the glass half empty. And that applies to many other things. If you have that lens or that perception, you're going to perceive a lot of things from that negative view that doesn't really serve you. With the Hermit, extract the value in the lessons. Take the lessons with you, but don't bring the emotions or the old energy with you. Release the baggage. Six of Swords in the reverse. You're going to gain a lot of wisdom, and whatever it is that you went through, Pisces, it is not in vain. It is going to serve you. But Spirit wants you to not get stuck in that energy, because blessings are here right now. And with the Empress in the reverse, you need to enter receiver mode. You need to heal your feminine energy. The World in the reverse. Taking shortcuts, a need for closure, a need to follow through, staying focused in order to complete an unfinished task, a delay in plans. The World brings one of the most positive and abundant messages in the tarot. Congratulations. This is the second time that we have congratulations in your spread, and it's coming from 2 different decks. Congratulations, you've come so far. A large project or period in your life is coming to a successful conclusion, and it's time to revel in the sweet afterglow of your success. If you're not quite there yet, take this card as a sign that you're on the right path. Consciously step into the world's ascension energy and welcome this beautiful shift as your inner landscape merges with your outer reality. As you reach this stage of fruition, remain focused. Don't slacken your resolve as you glimpse the magic at the end of the long journey, because it's time to follow through with your final steps and complete the cycle. Even in shadow, the world is a positive card that signals bliss and happy endings with positive energy on the way. Your affirmation is, I accept this gift of completion and I ascend to new levels of awareness and wholeness. I am love. So there is a perspective shift that needs to happen from the Four of Cups to the world in the upright. Okay, because right now it's in the reverse because some stuck energy is still present. Again, this is showing up emotionally with the Four of Cups, the King of Cups in the reverse, the Ace of Cups in the reverse, Seven of Cups, and then we had the Five of Cups in the reverse as well. So yeah, these are all old emotions. Whether consciously or subconsciously, you're still holding on to some of these emotions. Six of Swords in the reverse. If this was in the upright, it would be a different story. But in the reverse, there's some kind of resistance to letting it go. For some of you Pisces, you may find comfort in these old emotions. They may be familiar to you. So there is a need to break the pattern or break the habit. Something here feels comfortable, but it's not in your highest good. Holy Spirit, clarify ROI for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know about ROI? What do you want Pisces to know, Holy Spirit? ROI. Two of Wands. The reason why your return of investment is coming in is because you've decided to do things outside of your comfort zone. You've decided to take action on your plans, on your dreams, and now you have a return of investment. So Spirit is saying here, Pisces, that it may be time to take the next step, whatever this is for you, because the Two of Wands can talk about a stage in your life where you're planning, where you're strategizing, where you are considering many different options. And it is a planning stage that then leads to the Three of Wands, which is taking action and applying whatever it is that you learned during this Two of Wands stage. So your return of investment is coming in because you dared to do something outside of your comfort zone. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Clarify ROI for Pisces. Clarify ROI for Pisces. Okay, that's a lot of cards. I'm only going to take two more clarifiers, and then we're going to move on. What do you want Pisces to know? Okay, Four of Swords. This return of investment is coming in because not only did you do something outside of your comfort zone, you also did the healing work. And this is something, Pisces, that a lot of people avoid, or a lot of people try to sweep underneath the carpet. But for you, you did the hardest part. You actually did the healing work. And I'm getting here, it wasn't easy, but now you're getting a congratulations message. Now the rewards are coming in, and you're going to see why you had to go through certain things. This is ROI. Have judgment and be upright. You are rising to the upper ranks. You are moving on to the next level. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. There's some kind of stubbornness or some kind of determined energy here that's helped you get this far. But Spirit is saying, Pisces, sometimes determination can turn into stubbornness. There is a need to change something or shift something about your life. Again, it's good to be determined because it helps you get your goals and it helps you keep your standards and not settle. But there's also a point when that determination can turn into stubbornness or being rigid or set in your ways. Because the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, there is a need to release something that is no longer working for you, something that is no longer serving you. And Nine of Swords is bringing a lot of anxiety or a lot of restlessness. So the Judgment, you are rising to the upper ranks because you left a comfort zone, you did the healing work, and now this is allowing you to access the next level. So Nine of Swords, Four of Pentacles. For some of you Pisces, you may think that something has to be hard or that something has to be earned, when in reality, you already earned it. You already did the work. So I don't know where this energy is coming from, but the Nine of Swords, do not believe every thought that you have. And do not allow your mind to spiral, because one negative thought leads to another, and before you know it, it's a rabbit hole. And Four of Pentacles in the reverse. There's some kind of stubborn energy here that turned rigid. Again, determination is good, but when determination becomes stubbornness, it may be holding you back. What is this Four of Pentacles in the reverse for Pisces, Holy Spirit? What is this Four of Pentacles Nine of Cups. Some of you Pisces, you think that you have to hold on to something, or that you have to do something in a specific way in order to get a wish fulfillment, in order to make this Nine of Cups happen for you. And Spirit is saying, Pisces, you can change the method. It doesn't have to be a specific way. There is more flexibility, there is more flow if you allow it. But there's some kind of mindset that something has to be a specific way, or something has to be hard, or you don't want to take any chances because you've already made it so far. So we have 4-4. The Judgment is card number 2. So we have 2-2, 4-4, and we have 9-9. Okay, 9 keeps coming up as one of your main numbers. 9 is the number of conclusions, but it's also the month of September. The harvest, the blessings are coming in, but there's some kind of rigidness here. Continue towards your goal without over-focusing on your possessions, and let go of any jealousy derived from another person's position in life. Negative feelings around abundance will breed energy blockages big enough to hold back even the most magical of trajectories. The tighter you try to hold on to things, the more you block yourself from stepping into the flow of wealth and happiness. If a scarcity mindset is haunting your actions, ask yourself if you are looking down on others based on how much money they have or don't have. Actively save and give in the world, and focus on feeling excited and expansive. Your affirmation is, I live an abundant life and I have more than I need. So 9 of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment, which is clarifying the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. Pisces, you may think that something has to happen a specific way, but it's going to happen in a better way. You have to allow flow. You have to allow things to be more fluid and more flexible. This is the energy of water. This is the energy of Pentacles. This is your natural element. So some of you Pisces, you may feel like you're forcing something, or something is not necessarily coming natural to you because you're not necessarily in your own element. You're trying to stay in this 4 of Pentacles energy in order to make something happen. The Spirit is saying, Pisces, you can just let go and flow. It's going to come in anyways. Blessed and congratulations. You already did the work. This is about receiving. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Give me a few more messages for ROI. What do you want Pisces to know about ROI? Raise or promotion. Again, this goes back to the month of September being a month of harvest. Whether you're receiving more expansion in terms of abundance, whether you are receiving a higher position, whether you're getting another opportunity, raise and promotion is here. And a sense of humor. For some of you Pisces, in order to break free from this rigid energy, you may need to invite more play, more laughter into your life in order to shift this vibration, because it is very dense, is what I'm getting here. It's very 3D. Yeah, there's something here about not doing things backwards. Remember where your magic comes from. Remember how miracles have happened for you. When you try to control everything, when you try to predict everything, it takes the fun away. Clarify wisdom for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know about wisdom? What do you want Pisces to know about wisdom? Okay, we have the Sun in the upright, Leo energy, and the 7 of Cups in the upright as well. So 7 of Cups, the Sun. I've never had that combination before, but it is clarifying wisdom. Some of you Pisces, you're going to realize that the illusion of options, or the feeling of being overwhelmed, has been holding you back, because the 7 of Cups is a feeling here of confusion. It's a feeling of fogginess, of not knowing which way to go or which path to choose. And Spirit is saying you have great success coming in. This is a big yes card for success, expansion, and it's also the happiest card in the deck. So Spirit wants you to change your perception or your mindset about something, because the approach in which you are going about something is not necessarily beneficial. The 7 of Cups is more water energy. So your emotions may be making things foggy or confusing, or maybe making things harder than they have to be. And Spirit is saying, Pisces, use the wisdom that you already have to illuminate the path. You don't have to know exactly what's going to happen. You don't have to have all the answers or see the bigger picture. You just have to be ready to take the next step. And again, this is a very reassuring card, that things are moving in the right direction, that you are on the right path. So do not allow your mind or your emotions to cloud your judgment, okay? You have the Judgment card here in the upright. Do not allow it to get in the way of your discernment or your decision-making process. Trust the facts. Clarify wisdom for Pisces. Page of Wands in the upright. There's something here about really focusing on play, really focusing on fun, focusing on the things that make you feel creative and expansive. Because the more that you focus on old emotions or overthinking with the Nine of Swords, the harder something is going to be. This process doesn't have to be hard. It can be enjoyable. There is a need to shift your perception or the way that you are going about something. Because the Seven of Cups is a feeling of being overwhelmed. The Nine of Swords is overthinking things. So the emotions are causing you to overthink. The emotions are getting your thoughts riled up. And with the Judgment, you want to make decisions from a place of clarity. You don't want this to cloud your vision. Joy, inspiration, success, abundance and fulfillment, exuberant creativity, positivity, love, manifesting dreams, inner beauty, a yes card. The sun breathes life into everything he touches. Radiating brightly, he creates a path of love and harmonic abundance. This is a card of joyful celebration and a vibrant sign of positivity and success. Expect to find bliss and be ready to take inspired action based on radical positivity and generosity. Allow others to bask in the warm glow of your beaming heart and your inspired mind. People will feel drawn to you when the sun card arrives. Hello, charisma, live it up. This card is a reassuring sign that things are unfolding beautifully. You are perfect, whole, and loved by the cosmos, and it may be time to deal with any feelings of inadequacy or not enoughness in order to find your shining confidence. The sun is on its way to illuminate the corners of your heart and to set your world ablaze with opportunity and inspiration. Your affirmation is, I am whole and I am more than enough, and I shine like the sun when I am happy. This is the energy that Spirit wants you to tune into with your wisdom. Do not tune into this feeling of overwhelm and do not feed these negative thoughts with the Nine of Swords. There is a need to ensure that your judgment is clear and that your decision-making process is not affected by your emotions or by your negative thoughts. Because you're ready, Pisces. Congratulations and blessing. It's not something that is coming, it's something that is already here. But with the Empress in the reverse, there is a need to heal your feminine energy so that you can enter receiver mode and you can receive these blessings. Not from a place of overwhelm and not from a place of overthinking, but from a place of expansion. What does Pisces need to know at this time? The spirit world has your back. Pisces, I am getting full body chills. I'm getting here, it is time to rest. It is time to nurture yourself. It is time to give back. Again, this is the season of harvest. And with wisdom and alone time, some of you Pisces, there is a need to pull your energy back and pull it back into yourself. Because the emotions with the Seven of Cups, I'm getting here the feeling of overwhelm, and the mind space with the Nine of Swords, I'm getting analysis paralysis or overthinking. So both of these cards showed up in your reading yesterday. I haven't posted that reading yet, but with the spirit world has your back, Spirit wants you to know, Pisces, that the hardest part is over. You've already made it to the other side. You've already put in the work. Only a matter of tweaking the details and shifting your energy into the Empress in the upright. Spirit has your back. You made it, Pisces, is what I just heard. You made it. Congratulations, blessed. But there is a need to balance this energy out so that you don't self-sabotage. Because if you allow your emotions or your overthinking to take over, it's going to take you down a road of more resistance, more lessons, and more blockages on the path, whereas you've already made it. So some of you Pisces, you may have a subconscious belief that things need to be earned or that it needs to be hard. And Spirit is saying the hardest part is already over. You wouldn't have the congratulations card otherwise. So WTF, this is a good surprise. Your return of investment is coming in, and with alone time and wisdom, it is time to integrate the lessons you've learned. It is time to give back. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What are your messages for Pisces? Confused? This goes back to the Seven of Cups and the Nine of Swords. Some of you Pisces, you're still confused about certain things from your past, and there is a need for answers. There is a need for clarity and closure. But Spirit is saying, Pisces, that's not where your energy should go. Because the more that you're feeding that past timeline, whether you're wondering, asking questions, trying to understand something, you're still feeding that old timeline. This is going to clear up as long as you channel your energy in the right direction. Use your gifts. Okay, so the spirit world has your back. Use your gifts. You've been blessed with gifts, and spirit wants you to put these gifts into practice, to use these gifts. Whatever this is for you, Pisces, only you're going to know what you've been gifted with. But with confused, you may not even realize the blessings or the gifts around you because you're focusing on the past, or you're focusing on trying to figure something out. There's something here about shifting your energy from the problem to the solution. So yes, use your gifts. You already have whatever it is that you need. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Drama. Close the door and lock it. For some of you, there is a very clear sign here that a phase in your life has ended. And if this old energy tries to re-enter your life, do not allow it to. Do not allow it to disturb your peace. Do not allow it to take your time or your energy. This past energy only brings drama into your life. Yes, do not break your own boundaries is what I'm getting here. If you set a boundary with a person, or if you close the door to the past, do not go back on your word. Do not go back on your promise, because Spirit is saying, Pisces, the only thing that's going to come from this past timeline is drama. So there is a need to make a final decision and really close out the old cycle so that you can fully move into this new energy. Pisces, I'm going to head over to Patreon for the extended. For the ones of you that do resonate, the link is down below. It gives you access to all the extended readings and readings that are not available on YouTube. We're going to look into your gifts. What are your gifts? What is Spirit guiding you to do at this time? And what is it that you don't see coming? Finally, Spirit's guidance and advice. Blessings, Pisces. Take care.